When you're working in New York City as an audio guy, you get busy if you're good at what you do, and you end up going from thing to thing to thing, gig to gig to gig. And I know people that want to know every little single bit of information about everything that they're doing. I am not that guy. I want to know where the place is and what time to be there. Only thing I'm asking, right? If it's out of town, I'll just send me my flight and hotel information, and that's it. If I'm not involved in the prepping, the planning, the site survey, the generating an equipment list, if I'm not involved in any of that, then I'm just going to show up there, and the what is there is what it is, and I can't change it. Or it's like, oh, I'm not working with that group or whatever. You just do from thing to thing. Go to work one day, you're mixing the Nation of Islam. Next day, it's the Dalai Lama. Next day, it's a whatever, and it doesn't matter to me because it just doesn't matter. Whatever the gig is whatever the gig is. And if I only wanted to work for people that I thought were awesome, I'd be living in a van down by the river. So I go to this gig, 1999. I get a call to go mix a show at the Hilton in New York City. All right, no problem. Show up there, and all right, well, what's the gig? And they said it's the GLAAD Awards. Now, I've done a lot of award shows, GQ Awards, SB Awards, the whatever awards, and here we go. Then now the GLAAD Awards. So I was like, well, what's this all about? She said, well, it's the gay, lesbian, something against something defamation. I was like, okay, great. And then the people there, they go into this big thing with me about the sensitivity of the event. They said the thing about the gay community, it's like, she goes on and on about now. The whole time, I'm not saying a word. I'm just standing there, right? Because what these people don't realize, they're talking to me, is that I was raised by a wild pack of lesbians. Back in the late 60s, early 70s, man. I mean, you're telling me about the gay and lesbian community. I mean, I look around like, who are you talking to? I mean, my aunts rode motorcycles, and all of their women friends rode motorcycles, and everyone was dressed like Johnny Cash and had a belt buckle and white t-shirts with cigarettes rolled up, When I was 8 years old, I could ride a motorcycle, and you know why? Because my aunt would get trashed at the bar, and we'd ride home. My feet couldn't touch the ground on the Honda. She could, but I could reach the controls. And at 8 years old, I could ride home a motorcycle with my aunt on the back, hanging on, coming back from the lesbian bar. So, flash forward to 1999. I really don't need this big conversation, but I'm taking it anyways because I want to be sensitive to everybody's issue, Because when you're at a gig and you turn up a microphone and whoever walks out there and says whatever, you never know what they're going to say. You never know what it's all about. And on top of that, it doesn't matter. Because it just doesn't matter. I'm there to execute something to make sure that everyone in the environment can clearly hear what the person at the lectern podium is saying, and that's what it's all about. So, we get somebody up there to test the microphone. Well, if you don't know anything about physics or microphones, here's how it works. You have to have somebody speaking clearly to probably turn up a microphone for everybody in the listening environment to clearly understand what they are saying. When you have somebody that's speaking like this, check, 1, 2, hey, what am I turning up? The air? You think the microphone knows what a human voice is? It doesn't. It doesn't know a voice from a fart, from a clap. It's a change of air pressure. That's what I'm looking for, a change of air pressure, right? So we got somebody up there, and I was like, wow, this is what the main speaker is going to be? If I can just mumble it along there, All right, so turning it up, turning it up, turning it up, turning it up, turning it up. God knows, if anybody walked up to that microphone and started speaking clearly, it's going to blow everyone's hair back, So we're getting ready for that. But everyone tells me that the woman that's going to be the main speaker, that she's meek and mild and, you're talking like this. Oh, all right, well, that's what I'm going for, right? Now, I don't know if you have ever in your life seen a movie, a motion picture called Blazing Saddles, right? And there's a scene in it where the school teacher is asked to say a couple of words. And she goes up and everyone says, hey, speak up. right? And she starts speaking up.
We, the God-fearing citizens of Rock Ridge, wish to express our extreme displeasure with your choice of sheriff. Please remove him immediately.
And it blows everyone back. And that is 100% what happened to me, right? And not only that, but she sounded exactly like the woman from Blazing Saddles, with the exact same cadence of her speech. And I was not ready for it. I was not ready for it at all. Right? So this woman walks up to the podium. Everyone, will you please welcome the backstage thing, and the music's playing and the lights are going. And she walks up to the lectern. She's got some papers in her hand. She sets them down. She puts her arms on the lectern. She looks out, and this little raspy voice is what I'm waiting for. And I got it turned up to 11, right? And she leans forward. She goes, "We, the members of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender community." And man, I fucking busted out laughing so hard. I was laughing so hard I couldn't even breathe. You know, after this big talk about you need to be sensitive. I completely failed. First time in my career, I completely lost control. I mean, I've heard a lot of shit in my lifetime, but nothing was as funny as this, man. I had to walk away from the mixing console. I can't tell you what a big deal that is, you know, and have the other tech step up. Well, I had to go outside in the hallway and get my act together. You know, I mean, obviously, everybody, not most people, everybody was completely pissed at me. But, you know, it was funny. And I don't know if I heard this right, but somebody wanted me to dock me a day's pay for laughing on the job.
Hey, quit your lollygagging and subscribe.
Hold it, what the hell is that shit? I'm in a song, a real song, something like Swing Low, Sweet Chariot.